Hi, this is Blake Levine. I want to thank you so much for being here and getting your Eventbrite ticket. You now have today free VIP access. I'm talking today about something really wonderful. It's about large profits in small cap stocks. So one of the things that's fascinating about small cap stocks is many top hedge funds and investors learned earlier in their career about small cap stocks. One of the things Ben Graham teaches about in small cap stocks is that there might be one last puff, but I think also there's different industries and things that have smaller cap stocks that are quite possible for long-term gains because they're incredibly exciting and have different gifts and abilities. I'll tell you, this week I saw two small cap stocks. One was for a rocket company. They were making rockets and already had deployed some. And their company was quite small and small cap and had done well. And then today I was watching stocks and I saw one for over 110% up. So that means if you bought $1,000 yesterday with a small cap stock, today that would be about $2,025. So that means with small cap stocks, there's a potential for over 100% daily gains. Now, one of the things I teach about is it's hard at times to find ones that are up 100%. Let's say you look on Yahoo stock gainers. You see stocks that have gained. You can find those that are doing well, but it's rare to me to see up 100, like the one I saw up 110%. I don't usually see it up day after day, because if that were the pattern where it's up 100, 100, 100, 100, you could literally turn that 1,000 into 8,000, 12,000, 15,000. But what I have seen is at times there are ones that do work quite well. So maybe it's up, let's say you bought 1,000 and it's at 2,020 today, or even you paid 2,025 today. And then the next day it goes up to 3,000, 4,000. So one of the things I like people to do is look at the small cap and then watch. So the one I saw today up 115%, where will it be tomorrow? Where will it be the next day, 3-4 days? And in a good season of trading, you might see those small caps going well up. So even if you bought after the large gain of 115%, it might go well up. And one of the things that's really nice is if you have a longer term horizon, those names maybe have a lot of interest. People are focused on them, learning about them. Now, one of the things I suggest is a two-part. One is to learn how to watch those ones that have went up. Maybe take a note of it. So let's say I took the name, I went to Yahoo Stock Gainers, I saw it up 115%. I write that name down and then I'll keep watching it. So the second thing I would say is to learn what ones are trading with actual amounts of shares. So there are some that happen to be up a large percentage, but they don't have many people buying or selling them. So let's say it's a very small cap stock. You might have one person or a few people buy, and there's no liquidity. So it doesn't really be moving up or down. I like to focus on ones that have more people that are interested in buying, because then there's actually demand for it. One of the things too is that might mean it will go through the process of selling. If you want to sell, there'll be more liquidity. But I think it's quite interesting. You can go every day in Yahoo Stock Gainers and see the ones that are up, and then take notes, see the ones. And then I like to do that. Sometimes people forget about the ones from 2 weeks ago or a month back or 6 weeks, but to keep an eye, and then you can track how they've done after 1 month or 3 months or 6 months, and start deciding that. Also, you might learn about industries. I talked about rocket. Maybe you're involved in science or military, and you learn about companies that come up that do incredible things. Now, sometimes these companies are small cap, even new industries. I've seen cannabis stocks that become small cap, and at times they go up a ton. There was all different things that you could be interested in. So that might be very helpful to learn, even SPACs. Now, this is a new thing. Sometimes companies have, I'll say the easiest thing with a SPAC, to go through the process of going public can be more of a challenge. So sometimes they buy a stock, SPAC becomes something that was that, and then I've seen big things like WeWork, when they were smaller, become a SPAC. I've seen some other major, I think Bill Ackman had a hedge fund quite successfully. He had a SPAC. I don't know if Donald Trump, I'm not sure, but he has something, I think it's DJT, may have been a SPAC. So to have these things, you can watch some of them and learn, even like that, like with Trump. Maybe you're a strong Republican and you bought his DJT. Maybe you think his stuff, but it's quite volatile. And that's one of the things I'd say too, is you have to have the stomach for volatility. And I was saying in one of my other videos, if you had like $1 million, maybe you put 5 or 10,000 into these speculative ideas. And if you do that, the reason why people might, if you put $1 million in, let's say 5,000, in small cap, the 5,000 could become 35,000 or 50,000 or 80,000. With the million, if you put it in, let's say ETFs or mutual funds, you're lucky normally to get 15 to 25%. So if you take $1,000,000 and you think about 15 to 25% versus 5,000 becoming 35,000, 50,000, even 100,000 if you get one really well. So that's where some people can really accrue capital. I think with Warren Buffett, when he was young, that's where he found quite large gains that could build his amount of money to eventually get to be more conservative. And you might want to follow that path too. Maybe you accrue a ton of money and you eventually get into very low risk stock. But let's say you have 50 million or 100 million, you might only need 5, 10, 15, or 20% annual gains to multiply your money. And if you're multiplying, let's say 50 million times 15%, that's quite a lot. If you only have 10,000 or 8,000 or 2,000 or 20,000, you might want to do that. That's one of the things too, is understanding that risk. If you're really needy for the money, the market doesn't always have to deliver at the right times. You have to be able to say, hey, if I were to lose all this, how would I be? If I were to gain it, what would I do with it? So understanding your own self, because it's not really for gambling, it's for understanding different leverage and volatility. Even those small cap stocks, you might put in 1,000 and it could become 5 or 8,000. That's one of the most ways that you could really see big gains, but you have to understand the psychology of it. And I think too, deciding why you're doing it. Are you learning about something because it has that potential? You know, for example, there's been small cap stocks that you could have bought for 5 or 10 cents that become worth tons of money. And are you willing to try to find that? Is that what your goal is? Or even in a trading opportunity, small cap stocks getting bought a lot. Are you looking to find ways to make money? And one of the things I teach about trading, it can be, I'm injured from leg injury. You can do it from home. So I was looking with some other people for jobs that are homebound that you can do on your own time, maybe only take up a little time. And I'll say, you know, there's less really easily there. In fact, I sell some things online, but that's something you have to have stuff people want to buy. And this is something where if you have your own capital, you can trade and learn about on your own. Plus markets are open every day. And like I bought some trading today, it spent me maybe 15 minutes analyzing the market, another 15 minutes buying, and then I can leave it. I'm planning to buy today is earlier in the week. By the end of the week, I will see if those trades worked out. And that's one of the exciting things is you can watch it every day and focus on it, or you can take time. Some people only trade 15 or 30 minutes a day. They buy their idea, they hold it a few days or a few weeks, and that's incredibly successful for some people. I've seen sometimes I buy something on a Monday and Thursday or Friday, it's went up a lot. I could be playing tennis, I could be walking if I'm at home, I could be swimming, I could be listening to music, I could be watching tours, hanging with my kids or wife or dog. I don't have to be 7 days a week standing there. And that's why I think trading is something incredible. And you might like it. It may be fun. It might be exciting. And small caps might be something you want. I'll teach you the nice thing with this is you get a free VIP access with this ticket. And I offer tutoring where I work with you one-on-one on Skype. And I try to help you learn about your own psychology and goals and see if my tutoring can give you a big advantage. And I think the potential, even if you already trade or you've tried trading, having someone to tutor you to give you extra advantages. Sometimes I don't know how it works exactly, but getting a tutor can maybe see you more successful and your outcomes are likely to be better. So with this VIP ticket, you get a tutoring access. My team member is going to email you. So look for that email. And if you'd like to tutor or work with me, I'm happy to have you go through the email and then get started on the tutoring sessions. I wish you guys a great day. Thanks for attending this event, and good luck to us in trading, because I know it's something that we can do. You know, when you're home, I know for myself, being injured is something I can do every day during the week, and even weekends it's off. And you can take time off. Some people trade and then take a month away if they don't want to trade anymore. You have a great one, and again, look for that email with the tutoring. It was wonderful to have you at this event.